The 10-year anniversary is over. Jubilee has come and gone and nobody even flinched. There was nothing notable to be carved into our hippocampus, and to be completely honest with you, it was beyond underwhelming. I expected way more from a 10-year anniversary, didn't you? I mean, for a new player they won't have anything to compare this anniversary to, but for every player who's been around for at least 5 years knows that this wasn't good. It will not be remembered as a unique 10-year celebration of the game we have all loved and hated over the years. It will just fade into oblivion as just a normal event, like it never even happened. And you know what? Maybe it didn't fail. Maybe it just found 10,000 different ways that it wouldn't work. Roll it. Welcome back, and I want to apologize in advance to all of my viewers, regardless if you are a friend, a foe, completely indifferent, or simply just here for the lulz. But I'm going to be pretty negative in this one. Trust me, the last thing I want to do is be negative, but I refuse to defend something for no reason, and I completely refuse to turn a blind eye and sugarcoat obvious failures like some others we know.
Shut the fuck up!
Nah, if it sucks, I will tell you it sucks. No beating around the tush, no excuses, just facts. I mean, you can't spend time beating on a wall hoping to transform it into a window.
Come on, bro.
So this year, Neverwinter reached a pretty interesting and amazing milestone that not every game out there has the luxury of claiming. 10 years is not a laughing matter, and no small feat by any means, especially considering the rocky and bumpy road the player base had to endure over these past 10 years. The ups, the downs, the ban waves, the foundry, the insane amount of bugs, the broken things, the death of PvP, the combat changes, the great new trials, and 1,000 other good and bad things that this game has endured to reach to the point where it can actually say, hey, I'm here 10 years later and I'm fucking still here.
How do you like them apples?
No matter from which point of view you look at it from a hating perspective, a loving one, a calm one, or whatever else, there is no denying that we in some shape or form have grown to love Neverwinter even when we bashed it. I mean, don't you know we always take our frustrations out on the ones we love most? Well, now you know. So I won't hide the fact that I really love this game, and I was really, and I mean really, looking forward to this 10-year anniversary. I was confident. No, I was more than that. I was absolutely certain in my heart of hearts that this anniversary of the game we love reaching the 10-year milestone will be so fucking special, and that this time they would not disappoint us. Well, I was just lying to myself, because this Jubilee was no different than any other, and I am deeply disappointed on how this 10-year milestone was celebrated. Let's begin with this statement from the transcript of Brent Norton's live stream back in March. It says, our big focus for the near future has been the 10th anniversary. We are doing some unique cool things for our 10th Jubilee. So expect some significant changes that compared to what we have done in the previous years. That's where we are putting a lot of the effort, because 10 years of Neverwinter is kind of a big deal. And we didn't want it to be sort of the same anniversary that we have done for the past several years. We wanted to throw in some original stuff as we revised a whole bunch of the rewards and changed some things around, like making it a bit easier to get those rewards. Expect that our changes will be leveraged at that event. I mean, was this post a serious one? Because this Jubilee did not have many unique things. It did not have significant changes compared to what they have done in the previous years, and what was the effort put into exactly? They say it's a big deal and they didn't want it to be the same anniversary, but it's almost exactly the same. Where are the significant changes? I mean, they talk the talk, but did they walk the walk? And this is the point where the window lickers of Neverwinter will crawl their way out of the gutter they dwell in and defend them by telling you they had no time. They had no staff. They did their best, and whatever other lame excuse I've heard over and over again like a broken record over the years. Making hype and then not delivering makes it look like their ambitions are handicapped by laziness or ineptitude. Here's my answer to those people. Make the time, get the staff, and do what is expected of you. It wasn't me who created the post. They are the ones who said they made significant changes, that they are putting a lot of effort into the 10-year anniversary. They set the expectations, not me. And look, it's all right here. There are no excuses. I mean, did they have giveaways? Not many would be the only fair answer. Some account wide owlbear companions from a live stream, but where are the other companions or the other giveaways? Did I miss them? Did the owlbears get lost somewhere in the Honor Among Thieves movie? Oh right, they would randomly tweet 3 codes and first come first serve for some owlbears. I'm not sure why codes need to be stuck at one specific item that really isn't that useful, and it wasn't even directly from Neverwinter, it was from MMO Bytes. I mean, they are cool and all, but simply not enough for such a huge milestone, and most of the live streams and giveaways were actually done by or with external agents. agencies, more like promos than celebrating with the existing community. They also had a community tribute page on Discord, where all you did was share some of your 10-year memories with them, and the best stories got some more rainbow mounts, companions, or whatever else. This was a nice opportunity for people to reminisce, but felt a bit like a token gesture. Here, share some memories and get some rainbow things. Then they posted this. I mean, it's sweet and all, but we didn't celebrate anything with you. We just told you some of our memories, not like you logged into the game and celebrated with us. Unless you also count the thank you for your patience gifts, more on those later, the only other thing that kind of falls into this category of a giveaway are the login rewards, which weren't really login rewards because they were contingent on also completing the Protector Speech skirmish for 5 days, and weren't really giveaways either, since, you know, they didn't really give them away. So tell me, where are the significant changes in this? And where is the huge effort they put into the anniversary? It doesn't take much effort to create a Discord channel and ask people to share memories, because all you did was create the channel and ask us to do something. And the giveaways and live streams were definitely not it. They were both underwhelming, with mediocre prizes and a mediocre stream for a 10-year celebration. How about the CCP? They didn't even utilize their CCP members to help in the celebrations. And by CCP, I mean the Content Creator Program, for those who don't know what CCP stands for. It never even crossed their minds. But yet they say they made significant efforts to make the celebration different and better. They could have easily tasked us to create some fun activities for the Neverwinter community. We each have our own followings that would gladly like to take part in fun events created by us to celebrate the 10-year anniversary. Content creators like myself, Northside, Nova, Gus, Any, Aster, Rainer, and so on. And if not that, at the very least they could have sent us each a variety of different codes, and no, not more rainbow vanity pets or owlbears, I mean useful mounts or companions that players would actually use. And we would do it selflessly, and it would be an honor to take part in the community celebrations for the 10-year anniversary. But we were excluded, which isn't good for the game or for the community. It's a sad thing to see that the game you support and help with guides, videos, and so many types of useful information, including advertising a game that is already on life support, doesn't receive any role to help at such a big event. We are your content creators for your game. What else can I say? Moving on. Something else that was screwed up that falls under the category of putting huge effort into the 10-year anniversary is the 10-year anniversary quest. Loads of people were confused as hell. It had an internal cooldown of 23 hours instead of being pinned to the daily reset. It turned up on every tune but gives an account-wide companion. Yet the hand is not account-wide, so any future tunes a player might create have gotten no chance of getting one, unless they bring it back next year as a bind on equip instead of a bind on pickup like they did this year for the War Drummer. On top of this weirdness, the Simulacrum companion had no bind status, which wasn't intended, but they decided to let it be, which seems to be the same mistake as the Festive Tiger, and got the exact same solution. I mean, how much is it selling for these days? Then we have the Protector Speech. This got a refresh. It got new bad guys, but the structure and the feel of the instance is not very different from previous years. Definitely not different enough to count as new. It's the same old, with some minor changes and some small changes to rewards too. Protecting the Merchant. Another refresh. Nothing really new to see here. Sure, it got turned into a heroic encounter rather than a repeatable quest, but who cares? It also got removed from the Stronghold maps, so it can no longer be done as a Guild Alliance activity. The 10-year anniversary should have included a completely new event, and not just use the same old event turned into a heroic and upping the rewards. So tell me, where are the significant changes in this, and where is the huge effort they put into this anniversary? It is one of the most boring events in the game. It was broken initially, so it required hotfixes and prompted the thank you for your patience compensation. That patched merchant became even more broken in a different way. Like seriously, some players are focused on the wrong things. Like, oh, they're AFK farming merchants, etc. And too many weren't even engaged enough to do that right. To the point where people were just using a clicker and going completely AFK 24/7, then collecting the rewards. Literally leeching off the ones who did put in some effort. In some cases, there were so many going AFK that there was no one to interact with the merchant, and no one along the route making sure the merchant stayed alive long enough to trigger the rewards. But that isn't the problem with the anniversary. The problem has more to it than that. The bounty boxes also got an additional legendary tier rewards, but no one could actually receive them. The much anticipated legendary insignia drops feel like a cruel joke. Some people have thousands of bounty boxes, but if you reckon an average player rather than a serious farmer probably opens 2,000 boxes or less. What have they got? Some uncommon and a few rare insignias converted into enough powder to maybe upgrade one epic insignia to legendary, and maybe a coal mote or two, or more if they were lucky. But no epic insignias and no legendaries. They were of the invisible assortment, and the promised better rewards aren't actually going to kick in until next year. And I nearly forgot the stronghold vouchers. These might be new. These are only useful to folks who are part of a growing guild though. So how many people are just going to consider them trash, cluttering up their bags? Speaking of strongholds, the special Jubilee Trader didn't change either. Nothing special for maxed out guilds, but a valuable opportunity for growing guilds to get much needed resources. Making these give 10 times as much in the honor of the occasion would have been a big reason to celebrate, and could have made so much difference to the guilds that are jammed up grinding for stuff that they are stuck on. Yes, that's fate trinkets for many of them. What about sharing Protector's hospitality? Anything new here? None that I saw. It had a refiner's cache. Really? Rank 7 ancient enchantments? Minor injury kits? Companion boost potions? Do these even work anymore? And why would we even use them? It had campaign currency, 30 Koenig coins or Cyan ciphers, food, confetti, the juggling and fire breathing emotes, etc. Exactly the same as the bounties. And of course some figurines. When does the good stuff actually kick in? After 75? 150? 300? 3,000? And why are these still bound to character? The quality of the rewards are pegged to the quantity shared. So if a player had to split their grinding of renown across alts, which anyone who wanted the hand mount for all alts had no choice but to do, that means their hospitality is spread across their alts too. Meaning even if they give them all away, each toon has no chance to get the best rewards. Either the hospitality should be bound to account so people can pool them on one toon to give away, or the count should be tallied at the account level rather than the character level. Why lock people who have alts out of their potential for getting the best rewards possible from the items they work hard to farm? And I know what I said about AFKers, but some people did do it the right way, cooperating in chains or relays to earn their bounties. And was it really necessary to have an extended maintenance on the penultimate day of the event? Didn't this have been done the week before or the week after? So a quick recap of what they did. Memory share in Discord that they didn't actually interact with, just felt like a place to collect player generated material for future Twitter posts. Login gifts that you had to earn. A special quest that had people pulling their hair out because they couldn't work out why it wasn't updating. Repeatable quests that could only be acquired 2 at a time, so you spent more time traveling between the quest location and the quest giver than doing the actual quests. An activity that could no longer be a guild event that got broken into 2 different directions and caused as much if not more frustration due to leeches as it did joy at earning enough to get the wanted items. A skirmish that did not feel significantly different to previous years even though it got a makeover. Some live streams that seemed more to promote the game to non-players and celebrate with the existing community. A last chance vendor that is missing all the cosmetic items. And of course some Zen Store packs, and a 30% off discount in Zen Store items, and maybe a few more that I missed, but if I'm not remembering them, that means they weren't that important. And here's what they should have done. Make the anniversary event last 10 days to celebrate 10 years of Neverwinter. They should have offered 10 login rewards, each reward representing 1 year of Neverwinter. The anniversary could and should have been extended to 10 days, and again for each day to represent 1 full year of Neverwinter memories, and those login rewards should have been of escalating value for those full 10 days. They should have added a brand new event that would only be unique to this specific anniversary and then taken out again. They should have logged in the game themselves, devs, community managers, executive producers, the coffee guy, and even the janitor, and created fun in-game activities that they could have taken part in with their community. It could have been anything, from quizzes about Neverwinter to hide and go seek to PvP, and literally anything they can think of. Make us feel like you care and be part of us for a day. Join the community at various areas in Neverwinter and give away free fashion items or titles randomly. Unexpected gifts are always the best gifts. The anniversary title could have been better or have multiple titles we can choose from. There should have been some unique achievements related to the 10th anniversary which could have also given titles or fashion, like completing all the different repeatable quests, killing all the different bosses in the skirmish, and so on. They could have brought back the seductive fashion, just to prove how much they really focused on the Jubilee and what players want. The Feral Velociraptor is another thing from the past that people keep asking when it will come back. That returning would have made a lot of people very happy, and they definitely should have included their content creators to help organize some unique in-game activities and give away even more rewards. And for the 10-year anniversary, maybe they should have considered 40 to 15% off in the Zen store instead of 30%. I mean, Why not? And I can go on and on about things they could have, should have, and didn't do, and how they dropped the ball on such a huge event for Neverwinter. The huge effort that they made was throwing us breadcrumbs while we waited AFK at a campfire, gathering those crumbs for a chance at a coal moat, and a bunch of new packs in the Zen store. Everything else was reused, old, and recycled ideas thrown back at us with different colors and labels. The 10-year anniversary was not the one that I hoped for. For me, it's less about the rewards and more about them celebrating with us and taking the time and putting in the effort to create something memorable. It should have been about the celebrating of a huge milestone and not just grinding and flipping stuff off on the auction house for profit. They mostly just found various ways to give us a few codes, through sharing memories in discords, through random tweets, and through one live stream. And to me, that isn't celebrating. It's just the lazy way to celebrate, the easy way. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments, and particularly if there was more stuff that I just didn't see, because I'm pretty flabbergasted from this. I hate that everything was half-assed while this post assured us it would not be. All that we can hope for is when it reaches its 20-year anniversary, it's never going to happen, it will be done the right way, because this 10-year anniversary will not be remembered. In fact, we've already forgotten it, and the 5-year anniversary was way better. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this anniversary, because I surely did not. Anyways, Galactic here. Peace out. Stay safe.
Sit around here all day. You contribute nothing to society.